Welcome back. My name is Mr. Monty, and we're going to start Lesson 9. Lesson 9 is going to probably have 2 or 3 different videos because we're introducing the concept of factoring. Factoring can be done a lot of different ways, and a lot of teachers do it a lot of different ways. Not because one way is better than another, but it gives you different perspectives on how to accomplish the same goal, which is factor the following expression. We might be factoring because we're trying to find the zeros. We're trying to factor it so that we can simplify an expression. A lot of different reasons to factor an expression. So today, we're just going to start out with a basic expression. It's not set equal to anything, and we're just going to try to find the factors. What I mean by that is, we want to write this expression in such a way that it's the product of 2 different equations. Okay? First thing I'd like to do is remind ourselves, since we're talking about an x squared or a quadratic, the basic form of a quadratic is ax squared plus bx plus c. If we remember that, it'll help us in going through the different methods. We have our a value, our b value, and our c value. In this particular example, a is equal to 1, the b is equal to 4, and c is equal to 4. Let's just remember those and see if we can factor this problem. The first thing that I do is I want to find 2 numbers. When I add them, I get the b value. And in this case was 4. I also want to find 2 numbers. When I multiply them together, I get a times c. A times c. Or 1 times 4. So in this example, I need to find 2 numbers that multiply together to get 4, and 2 numbers that add together to get 4, and 2 numbers that multiply together to get 4. Well, in order to do that, I'm going to build a little factor tree. A factor tree for the number 4. I know that the factors of 4 are 1 times 4 and 2 times 2. So the actual factors of 4 are 1 times 2 times 2. Now, is there any of those that I can use in here? Well, let's start out with 1 and 4. 1, 4, 1, 4. 1 plus 4, that's 5. That doesn't work. So I don't even need to do it. But let's look at this anyway. 1 times 4 is 4. This one worked, but this one did not. So scratch that. If we know that didn't work, let's try the 2 and the 2. Two plus 2 is 4. That works. 2 times 2 is 4. That works. So we found our factors. Okay, the next step. The next step is to utilize these. Bring your x squared down. Plus so we're going to go plus 2x plus 2x, and then we bring the final term down, which was our 4, plus 4. So now we've actually written this out in a little different form. Now here comes the tricky part with this particular technique. I'm actually going to erase this plus, move it over a little bit. I'm going to put a bracket around the first two terms and a bracket around the last two terms. Now let's see if we can simplify or factor something out of here. What can we pull out of these two terms? Well, we can rewrite this. This is x times x. This is 2 times x. Is there a common factor between the two of those? The x, absolutely. So I can pull the x out of here. What's left on the inside? X times something is x squared. Well, I pulled one of the x's out. That left one of them in. I pulled an x out and left a 2 in. So x times the quantity of x plus 2. Now let's look at the second one here. That plus that we moved over, we'll put it back now. Here we have 2 times x, and this is 2 times 2. Now let's see if we can pull something out of here. A 2 times an x, a 2 times a 2. We can pull the 2 out. Good job. 2 times something is 2x. Well, we pulled this out. That left the x on the inside. Plus, I pulled a 2 out, so that leaves a 2 on the inside. Using this technique, we know we did it correctly when the quantity is the same, x plus 2 and x plus 2. If these were not the same, then we know we made a mistake. That's one of the nice ways that using this technique and factoring helps us make the right decisions. If this doesn't turn out the same, we know we made a mistake. But since they're the same, we know we're right on. X plus 2, x plus 2. Now, let's pull out the common factor. X plus 2 is common to both. That and that are common. Let's pull those out. We're going to have an x plus 2 and then what's left? If I pull an x plus 2 out and an x plus 2 out, what does that leave left over? X plus 2. Our final answer for the original expression in factored form is x plus 2 times x plus 2. I think we should check it just to make sure. We rewrite it over here. X plus 2 times x plus 2. Remember how we take this and expand it? You remember that? Using FOIL. We have the first, that's the F, and then we have the O outside, I inside, L last. So x times x, that's x squared. O outside, x times 2, that's 2x. I, that's the inside, 2x. The L, the last, 2 times 2, that's 4. We can add these like terms. X squared plus 4x plus 4. Good job. X squared plus 4x plus 4 was what we had in the original. Our factored version, x plus 2 times x plus 2. So we factored it. This might be the first time you've seen this technique. We're going to have several more videos that show us this technique, plus we're going to have a couple of other techniques that we'll show you. So, lesson 9, I can factor this expression, was using this particular technique. So we accomplished the objective today, which was to factor, but we're going to have another lesson 9 video tutorial using the same technique with a different example, and then we're going to do another video showing you like tic-tac-toe method and guess and check. So stay tuned for more on lesson 9.